and welcome. Mike here, Golden State Picker. Exciting video as always. I promise you we got some stuff in here that is very, very cool. Savers did really well for me today, and I got some stuff that I sold. We'll talk about that in this video. We'll talk about the title of this thumbnail in the video, all that kind of stuff. So welcome. Thank you again for joining me. As always, if you're new, Mike, California and North Carolina. I sell on both coasts. I spend almost half my time back and forth now. Next year, it's probably going to be more full-time in North Carolina as I kind of settle down into a little bit more relaxed retirement. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Hit that like, subscribe, the bell notifications if you want to see how I'm doing it. I'm having a lot of fun. It is a blast to resell because we find cool stuff like I found today, and that is exciting. So we'll talk about it as we go along in the video. Now, let's get right into that thumbnail. I got a phone call from Adam. If you don't know who Adam is, he is my son-in-law who lives 2 doors down from me in North Carolina, and he ships my stuff that I sell while I'm away there. I don't sell a whole lot back there right now, mostly albums, and he will ship them for me. And he called me up and he said, hey, he goes, I'm still seeing this issue with the United States Postal Service. It's not an issue, it's an actual good issue. And we were talking, and I'm thinking, we got to do this to maybe save some money. Let me know what you think, or if you know more about this than I do, because it is an anomaly, or is it going to be that way? And the crazy thing is, you're seeing that if it's over like 2 pounds, you get into that 3 pound range, and that range for the United States Postal Service, it's cheaper considerably. I've seen it on several of my packages. I have seen something that was like, if I'm under 2 pounds, let's say a pound 2, it could be $10, $11, even up to a pound can get close to $9. It's kind of getting really kind of weird. And then you go over that with a bigger package and you go, what? $5.75 from here to Michigan? And you're saying, what's going on with that 3 pound rate or whatever's going on there? And I'm thinking, what happens if you have a 1 pound, 15 ounce package, and a little bit more might change that? Hey, throw a rock in the box, wrap it up in some newspaper, a little bit of bubble wrap, stick it in the box to boost it up a little bit. You might have to have your garden might miss a few rocks. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. Would you do that? And have you done that? I want to know if you're boosting it up, because I don't know if just putting the weight on the box is going to be kosher with it. I don't know. Let's say you have 1 pound 15 and then you just put 2 pound 2 ounces, and the post office weighs it and says, hey, wait a minute, this is going 1 pound 15. Will they charge you more because you paid something for a label? And they're going, hey, wait a minute, this does not weigh what you said it weighed, therefore will they go the other way? Could be very interesting to see what happens there. So you're safe though if you put a rock in it. So there you go. I don't know. Boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of weird stuff sometimes when it comes to shipping, anomalies. There are little voids, little gaps. Is the post office aware of this and going to fix it, and all of a sudden everything will change? Or is this in their new increase? Again, we will see. But it's worth taking a look at if you're really close to 2 pounds and maybe what the 3 pound rate is. I'm going to start doing that and double checking some of these to see what happens. So I will keep you informed as I go along and let you know if I add a rock to my box. All right, let's get into what we found. Oh, these two I'm going to keep. These are cool. Hey, I got a box over here. It's getting, I got a lot of stuff out of Savers, so I got a box from the back room. I said, hey, you guys got a box so I can take this to my car? Anyhow, look, I found a very unique looking bat. This is Bone SBR. Look at this. It is a hybrid bat. It says hybrid. Very interesting bat. 2-piece construction. Really cool. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you a bat story. This one here, look at it, is $8.49. Okay. $8.49. And the other thing we need to know, we always talk about it, is the drop 10. So it is, if you look on the handle, it is saying $29 on the handle. Do you see it right there? $29. 29 inches on that. All right. So what does that mean? That means it's 29 inches long, take away 10, you are at 19 ounces in weight. Okay, so that's what that means. So you got to know that. Very, very interesting. It shows you here, 29.19. Sorry, there might be some noise back there. There's a car pulling up. I leave my garage door open. This is going to give me about $100 here. Nice, okay. Nice little baseball bat. I love that. Now, I'm going to give you a baseball bat story. If you remember, I shipped out a baseball bat that was a $175 bat. It got to the gentleman, and he said, hey, there's a crack in this bat. Okay, I look these bats over. I look them left, right, sideways, up and down, all kinds of things to make sure there's no crack. So he sends me a photo of a potential crack in the bat. And I said, look, what I can do is just take the baseball bat back, but make sure it's the same bat. I'm not afraid of that. Make sure the same bat comes back to me. That's what I said it just like that. Bold and to the point. Guess what? About a minute or two later, I get an email. No, I'll keep the bat. Yeah. What do you think was going on there? Okay. Either the bat wasn't cracked and he was trying to get something out of me, or he was going to switch the bat out. Okay. So you don't know. I just don't. But it's pretty weird that if there's a cracked bat and I offer you, send it back, make sure it's the same bat, and you don't send it back, something fishy there. So just saying. But that happens. So you got to sometimes be bold. You can't be afraid of being bold when this type of stuff happens, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, let's go into a couple of books that I got. Here's one, and this was alerted to me by the person who puts books out for Savers. That person knows Pokemon, knows games. Whenever I have any gaming questions, I ask this person at Savers because they are very knowledgeable about games, etc. I'm going to show you something that I got today, and I showed him and he couldn't believe that I got it. This is Let's Find Pokemon. It's like an older book, $2.99 for the book, and the book will get me about $20 to $25. So I will take that all day long and put that on eBay. That should be a nice little seller. All right, you got to put this somewhere so I don't lose track of all this stuff. Here's another one. This one, I've had this one before, BMW 3 Series service manual. Service manual, look how thick it is. It does really, really well. This one was, with discount, $5. This is going to get me about $40 for this service manual. So nice service manual. I use my 20% coupon on everything that I buy from Savers, except what? Tuesday we get 30% off. Now I'm in line at Savers this morning, and there was a lady there. I can't remember what city she was talking about. So if you're a Savers person, she said that Savers in her city on Mondays, everything in the store 50% off. Do you know about that? Do you know what area she's talking about? On a Monday at Savers, everything 50% off? That has to be crazy if that's true. So that's what she said. I know that 30% off on Tuesday brings out a crowd. 50% would bring out a stadium full of people if it was in my area. So that's probably why they don't do it. Okay, this one here I got early this morning. I made 2 trips basically to Savers. One in the morning and one in the midday. And this is air purifier Bond Air 4706, brand spanking new. And I don't know where the price is. Did the price fall off? I think it did. It was 10. No, here it is. It's on the end. $10.99 minus the 20%. I think we'll get $50 to $75 for this air purifier. Keep your eye out for those. I'm still looking at those two. All right, I got these. I'm going to lot, and they came out. Now these aren't really super, worth a lot, but they were $5.49, and their tag fell off. That's a Bachmann train, and this one was an interesting Bachmann train, and the same price. You can see it there. $5.49. Chef Boyardee Italian style foods cart, and then this is another southern one. So I'll put all 4 of these together, and I'm going to sell these. I don't know what for. I'll look them up. I paid 10, 11, so paid about $10 with tax. If I can get 40, 50 bucks, still some very nice money in that. So very nice there. Okay, we talked about older electronics. Here's one for $4.99, so minus the 20%. You're talking $5. This is a Logitech Triathlon mouse. Nice mouse. It requires a dongle, but hey, this thing has sold from $30 to $40 consistently. So this mouse we will sell for in that range, okay? Perfect, we can't complain about that. Now, this one, very interesting. I have sold this before, so when we talk about the computer up here, it's Cosmo, $8.99, okay? It's a little robot. It has some bricks. You'll see the little bricks. There's a charging dock it goes into. It's all in here. Actually, the charging dock looks like it's never been used, so I can't tell if this is 100% new or not. Box is a little beat up. It's by Key, which makes the slot cart things, and this thing will sell between $80 and $150 all over the map. I gotta look at it and make sure it is new. If it's new, maybe. Probably not. But anyhow, probably $80 to $150. There's a wide range for this. Very cool, but I have sold them before, and I have sold the blocks only before. So quite a bit of ways to sell things, right? Okay, here we go. All of these, I want to talk about this because back home in North Carolina, Adam has some drills, but I hate borrowing tools, right? So I said, you know what? I need to get a new drill. I don't want to pay $200 for a new drill. So I said, let's just wait at Savers. And out came a bunch of Porta cable. This is the charger. Every piece here is $7.99. That's the charger. Porta cable. Here is one drill, battery and all. This is just a regular old drill, okay? And here is another one. This is an impact driver. Works tremendously. $8, $8, $8, $24 across the board for this, minus the 20%, so $20. So I'm gonna put this in my suitcase. What's going on is I don't need any more clothes back east because I've moved a lot of clothes back there and bought some new clothes for back there. I don't need much, but it's a pair of shorts and shirts, especially during the summer. So I'll put this in one of my suitcases. I'll make sure I don't go over 50 pounds. That's why we got these nice scales. My scale goes up to 200. Make sure my suitcase doesn't go over 50 pounds. And I'll take it back east for my own personal use. That is another thing that we do as resellers. We constantly are finding stuff for our own home use. Super, super nice. All right, got an airplane going over. I got all kinds of rackets. So maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. I can adjust it somewhat, so we'll see. Interesting piece. Came back from Graceland. And I bought my friend who helped me out with the records. Remember the big record haul I got? Brian, I got him a tiki mug of Elvis. Very cool tiki mug. And out today came another mug. There it is. Look at that tiki mug. $3.49. And this is a tiki mug. We flip it up on its bottom and it says White Trader Vic's White Kiki. Now I can't, it looks like a PP down there, okay? Can you see it? It's barely there. You can see PP. Very difficult because it's worn out. Now, I'm going to put up another version of this so you can see. There it is, okay? Notice the bottom's different. It says Hawaiian PP, but it looks the same. This is where it gets tricky with me when it comes to ceramics and glass and so forth. Is it a $400 tiki mug or a $40 tiki mug? It's got the PP. That means Polynesian plant or something. Again, I don't know. We'll have to do a little bit more research, so we will see. You could put it up and say, hey, $250. See what happens. See if somebody grabs on it. But it just looks more, it looks a little bit more modern than that one that I just showed you. So it could be interesting, but can't complain. We'll make some good money on that tiki mug. Now, sitting by the carts, and out rolls the cart, and it actually rolls out like this. I'm going to show you. It was in a bag, okay? I've already taken it out because I tested it. So this is how it rolled out. Flat in a bag. $13.99. Many of you are going, you're kidding. That's a Nintendo, I believe, 2DS. Not 100% expert on it, okay? Already tested it. Works perfect. Now, guess what was on the other side of the flap? Some games and the charging cord and a 12-volt socket for a car. 5 games. Now, I want to show you one of them. Some of you who do this and know games, okay? Here is one. Tomodachi. There you go. Many of you are going, yeah, right. You can't believe it, right? I showed another person who was big in videos this, and they said that's $100 game, Mike. It's a $100 game right there. We'll see, okay? But that's 100. I got two others. I got Donkey Kong, not Donkey Kong. I got Nintendo Remix. Then I got Super Mario, I think Land, is that what it says? I can't even read it, it's so small. 3D Land. And then I wish I had the third one of this, number 3 version of this can go for some good money. This one is Yoka Watch. I have 1 and 2, but I don't have number 3. Number 3 seems to be, it can be worth some money. I think there's 5 in that series. $13.99, okay? And everybody's like, no way. I said, yep. The unit itself sells for about 140 roughly. And I found out, this is why you gotta keep networking. I found out that they did a Nintendo DS where it was split and then it would fold, like a phone, it would fold, but it was breaking or something. So I don't know if this one was first or second. And now this one is still pretty popular. So again, anything Nintendo is pretty solid. So we did really, really well with that one. So we'll see how that works out. I'll let you know. All right, that's all we found. I'm looking to make sure. Yep, showed you the bat, showed you everything. All right, I got to do some cleanup. I'll be right back to show you what we sold. We got a few cool things there too to show you. All right, I'm back. Let's get into what we sold. We've got about 17 items. I'm going to go through them fairly quickly. Standard operating procedure. A couple of things that sold really quick. We'll talk about those in a minute. So let's get started right off the bat with Shel Silverstein. Yes, the great Shel Silverstein. And this is a nice little book lot from Shel. He has written a lot of stuff. Most famous for Cover of the Rolling Stone, that song. If you know it, you know, I think it's Dr. Hook. And that one, or Dr. John, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Shel Silverstein, nice little book lot. Very interesting person, Shel was. He's since passed, but 53 plus 12 on the shipping side for that. Nice little find. All right, let's get into a couple of other little things. Do not forget unique DVDs, CDs. This is a Philips CDI movies, okay? I got a bunch of these out at Savers a while back. They were like $1.99. And this is the great Chitty Chitty Bang Bang movie. 2-disc set. We finally sold it. Remember Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? I used to always watch it, what day? Thanksgiving night. That was when Chitty Chitty Bang Bang came on. And this got 22 plus 8. So very nice there. Nice little find. Textbook season is upon us. It's very close, and that's when you make a killing. If you can find them, hold on to them. A lot of booksellers will hold on to them and then start putting them up closer to make more money. And this is a Glencoe geometry book, and good money on this particular one. We got 28 plus free. I'm not putting this stuff up on Amazon no more because Amazon takes 60% yearly fees. That is the total for the year. So if you sell something for 100, they are taking 60 and giving you 40. That's the bottom line. I'd rather give the 15% to eBay, and it comes out to pretty much a wash instead of having issues of returns and everything else. Here's another one. This is called Think. Somebody gave me an offer on this one, and it's not a current version, but they said, hey, it's not a current version. It is new. I'll give you an offer. 33 plus 8 on the shipping is what I got. So that's what I took. 33 plus 8. Nice. Nice. I love that. Okay. Just going to go right down the line. No, not silverware. Wrenches. Yes. A while back, I went to a garage sale, and I told myself, Mike, I've got to get these wrenches up and some other stuff up. And this weekend, I finally got all of the Craftsman stuff done and up. And I forced myself to do it. The tedious stuff is hard for me to do. And I paid $10 for an entire box. And this is Cornwell. And that's the brand. I don't know if it's English. It's USA, Cornwell, USA. Nice little wrench set. Guess what? What'd we get for the wrenches? How about $70 plus $13 for the shipping? $10 into $70, and I've sold a lot more of these wrenches. So I've done pretty darn well with that little $10 lot. Super nice. Put that right there. We're reaching over to some vinyl. The great Jefferson Airplane, and very Grace Slick. And them, and does this one have, what does this one have on it? Does this one have, oh, what is the song in here I'm looking for? White Rabbit. Yes, it does have White Rabbit. Surrealistic Pillow. And what did we get for Airplane? 16 plus free on the shipping side. Hey, if I can get thousands of albums, okay, for pennies on the dollar, basically, let's call it $1, and I can flip them for 17, 20, and end up making $8 to $10, I'll take that all day long. It'll be a boondoggle in the long run, and that's what I'm doing back east, selling a lot of vinyl records. All right, hey, very cool sweatshirt, but it just took forever to sell, and it's Blondie and Dagwood and all that stuff, right? I'm trying to pull it out. Look at, very cool. This is me. I'm not into the clothing. I'm just not. I'm not very good at it. I don't know why. I don't, I have the touch for vinyl and I have the touch for a lot of other stuff, but here I don't. And Blondie got 30 plus 11, still did well, okay? Can't complain. I'm just saying I'm not extremely good at it, period. Okay, up next. This is another sight thing. We're using our eyes, right? These looked very interesting. These were in my bin of books. They just fell in there. I guess somebody had them into books and dumped them. And to me, they looked very cool. These are out of London, I think. And somebody gave me an offer, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take it. 30 plus 13 for 2 of these plastic little figures of dinosaurs. Very cool stuff. Can't beat that. All right, let's get into Bibles. Here's a really cool, the King James Study Bible, wide margin. I was trying to look at this. There is a study Bible that I'm going to buy. I'm going to have to, I haven't found it. It's a Nelson. There are so many of them. When I was back east, I almost bought it at Barnes & Noble. I should have just done it. It's a very cool one that I like. This is the same kind of thing, but this particular study Bible I wanted had a lot of good information in it. And that's what I mean. Bibles are different, every single one. And this is a wide margin one, and it got some decent money. It got 43 plus free on the shipping side of that, so we will take that all day long. Okay, you hear me talk about manga. Haven't sold much manga or found a whole lot lately, but it's hot. And this is manga. This is Hero Academia, My Hero Academia, and this is 1 through 9. Okay, now we didn't get a whole lot here on this manga. We got 25 plus 9. There was a kid had a garage sale a few days back that he had 1 through 14. He was asking $20. I kind of knew, nope, not going to happen. I can't do that. But somebody will probably have bought his little lot at $20. So he was not off. It just was not for me as a reseller. And I didn't want to lowball the kid and, that kind of thing. Because he was definitely going to make some money on that at $20. So, hey, you know what? You just move on, go to the next garage sale. Let the kid make some money, right? He's out there, a young guy. He couldn't have been more than 9 or 10 years old, and his sister was helping him. So, you eventually, they're going to sell it. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, I'm out of range for a second here. I got to get a couple more books. Okay, here we go. Little 10 book lot readers, early readers. Not a whole lot, 17 plus 9 on the shipping for the readers, so that's a nice little find. Now, Fadeon. We're going to be looking for a lot of Fadeons. I believe I missed the book today. I can't see them all, Savers, and it had a asking price of $200 on eBay. While the person was walking around, I saw it, and I said to myself, let me look it up. And I'm like, you know what? You missed it. Can't win them all. You can't. And this is Bray. Recipes and Stories from the Restaurant, Dan Hunter. Not a ton of money. 25 plus 9, so that's nice. And here we go. I've had several of these, and this is Bridge of Love. It's missing the dust jacket, so you got to remember that. I had one that had the dust jacket, sold for $65. This one I put up and I said, hey, let's see what we can get for it. And we got local pickup and $31. So someone local is going to pick this up. That's pretty cool. I like that. You got to look for signatures on these. I had another one that was similar to this one that sold for some good money also because it was signed. So nice find there. All right, I'm reaching to get a couple more items here. Ta-da, Savers. This is probably $7.99. This is Scrabble and Deluxe Vintage Edition. This happens to be brand new inside the box, so it took a little while to sell. I have the perfect box for this. It's 15 by 15. It'll fit perfectly. And Scrabble, 53 plus 20. And the great thing there, too, is it's going interstate to California. So we'll see if this kind of falls in that 3 to 8 pound rule or what's going on, whatever's going on. We're going to check that out. We'll have to see and let you know when we sell it if that's what we saw. I mean, we sold it. But once I go to print the label, oh my gosh, I'm not thinking. Ay, ay, ay. All right, here's a category that I'm also not great at, but I'm also in it. I like to look for it. And that's Redken. This is Color Extend Brown Highlights, 2 bottles, okay? This was in a bag at Savers. I believe it's probably $5.99 or $6.99, so let's call it $6 or $7. And we got 44 plus free on the shipping side for that. So that's super, super nice. All right, we're rolling. I'm rolling along. I'm trying to keep these videos to the point and as much as I can. Let's go into this brand. Now, I'm not a Dymo fan. This is the Dymo Label Writer 4XL. It was $8.99, I believe, at Savers, minus 20%. Interesting. This can sell for some pretty decent money. Didn't have the power cord. All I have is the USB cord. That's all I got. It's okay. So, put it up. So really quickly, I put it up and I took a price, an offer, $102 plus $15 on the shipping side. Now, something to be aware of on certain printers, because I have the ArcScan printer. They are the ArcScan techs told me, because I bought a second unit for back home, but I bought it at Savers and I didn't have the power cord. They said that the power on some of these modules on this thermal printers, very sensitive to voltage. And the cable I bought was just giving me a black line. It would stop. And then the tech at ArcScan said, hey, it's your cable. You need to buy one of our cables, and go on Amazon. He gave me the link and I got it. Still saved money. The printer's about $200. By the time I was done, I was all in for about $60. So be wary when you're buying stuff like this, that sometimes the power cable, if it's not there, can actually cost you more. So be careful, okay? All right, the final item of this run. You know, things in small packages, right? There you go. Every time I tell you to keep your eye out for these digital cameras. This is a Canon PowerShot SD1000. It's only 7.1 megapixels. Now, we don't have the charger. We have the battery. We have the charger, and I've shown you over and over, so you just got to listen to me on it. I'm not going to break it out and show it to you again. But you buy it. It's down below in the video description from Amazon. It's like $9, $10, $11, whatever it is. It is a great investment because it allows you to multi-charge different batteries, and that's what I did here and was able to show that it worked. Bingo! You're in the game. Instead of selling something for parts because you can't charge the battery for $9 or $10, where your first sale is going to save you that $10 or $11. We got $128 plus $14 for shipping. Really nice. Okay, very, very cool. And that's it. That's today's video. I hope you got something from it. I hope you take the enthusiasm. I mean, once I'm gone for, like I was, almost 2 months, literally 2 months, and I have to get back into it back here. It's taken me about a week, but guess what? I feel it. I'm back into it. I don't feel out of place. The first couple of days, I seem to be feeling out of place. Not now. I'm fired up, ready to go. ready to keep charging ahead, keep that mind sharp, build that AI computer of everything that you find, so that you can just, boom, go right to it really quickly when the next one pops up. So there you go. All right. Thank you. If you like my videos, subscribe, like, and the bell notification. We're not hustlers. We're not going to sell you anything. We're not going to trick you. We're not going to do anything like that. We're going to give it to you straight up. We're going to show you what I do, how I do it, what I make. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. All right. Thanks again. And I'll see you in my next video.